Good morning. Today's topic is going to be about two magazines that I bought at the store yesterday in the checkout aisle. I'm going to start with this one. I bought this one. Oh, and I'm not paid by either of these companies or whatever. I just bought them, and I saw I saw inside this one, and I was like, oh, I want to make something like that. Like, let's see if I can find it real quick. I thought these were cute, so I'm gonna see if I can try to make these. They're little, because every year my daughter and I like to make the grandparents a crafted gift, either for the tree or to decorate the house. So I was thinking we could, since now my daughter is, well old enough now, we can actually start making better, nicer crafts for the grandparents. So I was thinking we could make these. And it says you make them with I don't know if you can buy old spools or spools that aren't used yet. And then it says you just buy a wooden base, and then these are supposed to be like mini bowling pins or whatever, wooden ones. Anyway, I thought that idea was kind of cool. And there's one other one in here that I thought was just really awesome. Even though I've already made my wreath for the year, I was going to make one of these for a friend of mine. I stared at this picture for a real long time and thought, what could they have used to make this? I didn't realize that later on in here is actually, they have a description on how to actually make it. But I stared at this for, I'd say about 10 minutes and tried to figure out, well, what did they use? Obviously, this is ribbon. And then I was like, well, maybe these are those crafting foam cones, styrofoam cones that you see in the store. And I was like, maybe they cut them down the middle and make two out of one. And yeah, that's actually what they did with this. And I thought this was really actually kind of neat, because when you type in candy corn wreath, you get the actual candy corn candy as a product, and I was gonna give this away as a gift to one of my other friends who loves Halloween as well. I mean, who doesn't love Halloween and fall? I mean, as far as holidays go, yeah, it's Thanksgiving for me, Halloween, and 4th of July, and then probably Easter, only because of I get to do stuff with my father. Actually invites us over as a family, and we have a family dinner. But as far as my 3 favorite holidays, yes. So it's Thanksgiving, a big ass feast of food. Can't go wrong with that. And then you got Halloween. You get lots of candy, or at least candy's on sale. And if you got kids, then you can kind of, I kind of raised my kids to be a little bit on the, okay, everybody dumps them in a big bowl. I can't show you my big bowl. I got a big bowl. It's probably like that big, that deep. Anyway, they'll, they're a little older now, but like I was telling them, when I was little, there was teenagers that used to go trick-or-treating. They would dress up and go trick-or-treating with their little brothers and sisters. Now, I don't know where the stigma of, oh, you can't trick-or-treat anymore happened. I suppose it's just a preference of parenting. To me, I would love to go trick-or-treating door to door nowadays as an adult. I mean, I love getting dressed up. I wear, I think right now I only have a couple Halloween costumes that I cycle through. Like one year I made, like when Minecraft was really big before it became really big, it was kind of big then. And, before it became console and, when it was just PC only. Anyway, I had made Halloween costumes for me and my 2 kids, because my husband doesn't dress up for Halloween. He likes to pass out the candy. And I'm like, okay, you do your thing. And so I was always the one walking around with the kids and making sure everybody went door to door. And sidetrack on that. If you're one of those parents that just drives your car real slow, pulls over, lets your kid out, go up to the doorbell, ring the bell, ride back into the car, drive down to the next house, if you're one of those parents, I'm silently judging you as a parent because really? I mean, really? But anyway, you know, that's just me. That's my preference. I don't mind walking with my kids. Excuse me. I think I'm actually got a mild cold. I went to my younger daughter's conferences yesterday at the school, and it seems like every time I go anywhere near the school, I pick up some mild form of something where my nose runs or something the next day. It also could be allergies too. I mean, it could be something related to that. But anyway, it's taking a little longer than expected. But anyway, Halloween, and then we got 4th of July. I mean, who doesn't like lighting up fireworks? Yeah! Anyway, so I was going to make this for a friend of mine, but I thought it was funny that I actually... but I couldn't figure out, okay, what did they use in the back here to hold all those in place? At first I thought, okay, well maybe they glued like along the seam here and then just glued them together, you know, on a table or something. But no, apparently they used like pieces of cardboard in the back. And I don't think I'm going to do that. I can probably find like a crafting hoop or two, you know, that you can probably put in here. Or if I can upcycle and find like if I can find an old lampshade and rip out the lampshade part and have the two hoops, I think that would be perfect for right here, and then the outer diameter. And, you know, use little crafting sticks to hold the two hoops together. But I don't know. I haven't figured it out. I might even just do like they did and put the cardboard on the back, and then you just tie a bow and hot glue it on. But anyway, I was going to make this for one of my friends, and I thought, well, I'll make it before Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it off to her before Halloween, before, you know, she has to put down her decorations. So I might make this and then give it to her for next year. I don't know. I don't think this idea would work too well with, although if I make this, I'm going to probably try to, you know, fray out the edges like real candy corn has, where it kind of goes from yellow, then it bleeds into the orange and bleeds into the white. Well, actually probably white into the orange. I don't like candy corn to begin with, but I do buy it every year because my kids do like it. Oh, and a side note, the pumpkin video where I showed you the little pumpkin candies, where I said all my family members like it. My oldest, who really used to love those pumpkin candies, she's growing into the type of person where she now knows what she wants, you know, and what she likes and doesn't like as a teenager. And I think that's awesome. Personal growth is always something you should always, strive for as you age. And, you know, she said she does not like those candies anymore. So anyway, that's what I really liked in this magazine. There was something else in here, and let's see if I can find it real quick. I should have put little little tabs at the top. Anyway, this is the other thing I probably will actually make for this year. This. Looks like it's made from felt, and you use simple stitches on it. I don't know if I'm going to use the bucket in the background. I might just actually make it a ornament for your tree. Oh, and then on the other side here, I thought this was cool, but I don't have any quilling supplies. You know, I don't buy the. I have not got into it, but I have thought about doing quilling as a craft, because I've actually been interested in paper crafting for years, but I haven't figured out what kind of paper crafting I wanted to do. I don't know if I want to be solely scrapbooking, or whatever. The type of crafts I like to make are like when I was talking about this. I mean, I like to try to figure out, okay, well, what can I do with that? Like, okay, this container, I was going to use it as a pencil holder or some kind of thing for you know, art supplies or whatever. What it was at one point was oh, I see it's cracked here. That's okay. It's not going to hold liquid, so it doesn't matter. what this was, you know those Parmesan containers? This was Parmesan Reggiano, grinded already, you know. That's what this was. And all I did was the top off, and I saved it. So I was just going to use it for something in the house, you know. That's the kind of crafts I usually end up liking to do. But anyway, on to the next one. I talked way too long about crafts. I can just right into crafts. And okay, this is the other one. And I didn't find too many. I did put some labels or things up on the top from these. So I am probably going to try to make this one for supper tonight. This one here. And it calls it Mom's Chicken Tetrazzini. So I don't know, because it's got things in it that my younger daughter doesn't really like. And here's the other one that I was going to make. This one here, it's in the side dish category, and it's called Baked Parmesan Broccoli, but I thought maybe I could add some chicken and add some cream to it and make it make it an actual meal, like a chicken broccoli, baked chicken and broccoli cheesy thing. That's what I thought I would do with supper of some type. See, like, I like to buy these. I already have a really good quiche recipe, but every time I think of that, I was like, huh. But some of these in here, even though it says, I always call it 9 by 13, but okay, 13 by 9. It does not matter which way. Well, it does matter. Well, you know, it's your standard baking dish. It's like when you think of making your cake for your kid's birthday party, that pan, that's the size this is. And a lot of the recipes in here aren't, I don't know if it's the way that they're shaped or the way that they drew or not drew, but like, I'm hard pressed to consider this a 9 by 13 because that looks kind of like a square dish, but that's just nitpicking. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of nice recipes in here. I didn't realize I was going to be getting breakfast, lunch, or breakfast, side dishes, desserts, and stuff like that. I would love to have had a full meal of just baked dishes, but that's okay. I've got other recipe books that I can look through that I can use. So those were my two items that I had seen at the grocery store and had bought. There was one other one, but I was like, oh, I've already got two. So, all right. Anyway, bye.